More from this horse's trainer, Jim Lee.
Again, Fawadi's a bit underrated today.
Yeah, but he'll show him the day, Joe. He'll run his usual good race. He should sit behind the speed and work into it the last 200, but they'll want to run time in it.
His first up win here was very impressive. How's he trained on since then?
Oh, he's gone ahead, Joe. Yeah, if he wins today, I'm taking him down to Melbourne.
I bet you are.
Yeah. So, but I expect him to nearly win today, yeah.
Hardest to beat, obviously, Defy. Do you think he's capable of beating him today? He's certainly got an advantage at the weights.
Oh, when you say that, Joe, this is a good class of field. You know, I respect most of the runners in it. I'll be just happy to win.
Good luck.
Good on you, Joe.
Okay. An important step for Fawadi in the upcoming race here at Rosehill Gardens, the Theo Marks Stakes. He's usually the knockout horse, and at $9 he could be today.
And he's the horse which tops the ratings as well, Joe. Now, news through from the west. The Belmont meeting has been postponed. If you didn't see those weather conditions earlier, there was very, very heavy wind and rain. You're watching Sky, a break back with the Group 2 Theo Marks. Confirmed at Morfettville on the Lindsay Park Guineas. We're awaiting that Brendan Fennick report. In the meantime, crackerjack lineup of sprinters for the Theo Marks. Here's Ian Craig.
Yeah, terrific race, Brendan, and a good betting event on track. 2 Defy and 3 Century Kid, the two that have had a great duel, with late money seeing Defy just oust Century Kid. They were locked together for quite a while. Century Kid is gradually coming in on Tab Limited. Defy 290 there, number 2 at 290 and 150, and number 3 Century Kid at 460 and 190. They're the only two really being spoken about in on-track operations. Anyway, it's an interesting race. 12 months ago taken out by Shogun Lodge. Glenn Boss beating Fawadi, a runner here today, and Belle de Jour third. To Smoke, starting to leave the area a little now. The track was shrouded in smoke during the previous race of the day, which was won by Dress Circle number 1. Glenn Beasley beat 3, You Had Your Warning, and 2 Native Jazz. Now coming up to line is Kingsgate, resuming today. Defy to move in, so to Salgado, one of a number of the John Hawkes representatives. Assertive Lad, first up since... Assertive Lad, an interesting runner. First up since the Doncaster of last year. He's got the 61 kilos on his back, but on Tab Limited, last look, $3 for number 2, and that's Defy. 460 for Century Kid number 3. And on track, Defy marginally over Century Kid. Now here's Defy coming forward. Palladium Star, second last in, and Salgado will be the last. One of 3 John Hawkes representatives. Make Me a Miracle and Gabfest, the other 2. Gay has Phoenix Park and Assertive Lad. They're all there. And they're off in the Theo Marks, and Phoenix Park jumped out very quickly, and the same for Century Kid Fawadi. And moving forward rather quickly is Corral Boy, and wider out Salgado, then Kingsgate Pabstow and Assertive Lad, 2 lengths Defy, then at stablemate Palladium Star. Gabfest second last, and Absolute is Make Me a Miracle. Well, Century Kid cruises to the lead as they come to the side. A length Salgado putting some pressure on him now, however, and then Corral Boy, Assertive Lad whipping up very quickly, and then Fawadi, Phoenix Park, Kingsgate Padstow, and a length further back is Defy, followed by Palladium Star, Gabfest and Make Me a Miracle. Plenty of action here, 600 to go, and Salgado making Century Kid race. A length Assertive Lad, Phoenix Park, Corral Boy, Fawadi, Defy, and then a break to Kingsgate, followed by Padstow, Gabfest, Palladium Star, and Make Me a Miracle setting sail for home now. Salgado, Century Kid a length clear. Phoenix Park trying to get out from Assertive Lad and Fawadi, and a length and a half to Defy behind a wall of horses, and then Corral Boy, Gabfest, Palladium Star, chances galore. Phoenix Park races to Century Kid and heads it off from Salgado. Corral Boy, Phoenix Park in front. Here's Defy. Defy flew at Phoenix Park. Terrific finish. Century Kid prominent for third with Corral Boy and Salgado. Then Gabfest and Fuadi, Kingsgate. Assertive Lad ran a good race at his first start for a long time. From Make Me a Miracle, Padstow pulling up quickly with Palladium Star. Photo called for. He was held up at a vital stage to fire, and when he got out, he flew out after Phoenix Park, and looks like he's got him. Wacko, number 2 Defire. And he looks like, oh, he might just get there. Looking at the closed circuit shot, the ground cover shot, margin in favour of Defire. And he's got it. Number 2 is the winner. Number 2 is the winner, Defire, ridden by Chris Muntz. What an outstanding performance. Phoenix Park, number 4 is second, ridden by Brian York. Number 6, Corral Boy, third, ridden by Brad Pengelly. And number 9 was fourth, and that was Gabfest, written by Darren Beedman. 2, 4, 6 and 9. Defire. Wacko, what a sprint he's got. And when he finally saw daylight, he flew. And what a day for Guy Walter, his trainer, winning the Manicato with Spinning Hill. And Defire is by De Heer from Lilland and owned by the Kouros family, D and Mrs M, and J and Mrs G Murphy. Chris Muntz aboard, and what a race we're looking forward to for the Epsom, in which this looks like Defire's main mission in Sydney, certainly this.
And of course that big match race with Lonhro and Sunline and Shogun Lodge on the 28th in the George Main at Randwick, if that eventuates as a stepping stone towards the Cox Plate. Defire returns, as has his